Today we're going to look at a component of Vlookup that I believe is the least understood, the dreaded true-false value in the range lookup component. I was always taught to set this value to true. I've since learned how and when to use the false range lookup, so hopefully this video will teach you when to appropriately use both settings. Welcome to our series of videos that teach you the ins and outs of Vlookup. The Vlookup function has four components. The first one is the lookup value, which is where you define the value in which you want to match. The second one is the table array, which is the data set in which you want to find a match of the previous lookup value that I mentioned. The column number is the data that will be returned of what you eventually want to see. And then finally is the item that we're covering today, the range lookup, which defines the matching style. Let's dive in a little bit deeper on this critical component. So what is the range lookup? As I previously mentioned, effectively you have to define the match style in the range lookup component of the Vlookup function. You really have two values that you can select here. One is approximate and the second is exact. As I also mentioned, I had always been taught to use exact because that sounds like the right thing to always do. After all, approximate almost sounds like a guess or an estimate, and usually when working with data, those are not things that the average data analyst wants to do. They want to be exact. However, there are use cases that approximate works much better than exact, and I'll walk through an example of that here in a second. The other item that's important to know about this is the range lookup is an optional value to put into the Vlookup formula. You do not have to put a value there. However, be aware when you do not select it or define the match style of the range lookup, it's going to automatically set approximate. So it's very important that you realize this, because if you don't define it, then you are setting it to approximate. Now let's go through in detail what exact and approximate is, and we'll start with exact. So when should we select the exact option in range lookup? Well, the best way that I would say is that when you are trying to compare an identifier that has an exact match in both of them, almost very kind of elementary there. As an example, it could be a customer ID, it could be a person ID, it could be a state, a city, a country, something that's going to have an exact match on both of them. That's when you want to use an exact. And the value within the formula will either be the word false or the term zero. But let's just jump right into an example and show you how this would work. Okay, let's take a look at an exact example. So right here I have two data sets. On the left I have a list of invoices that have a customer ID, but I don't know who the customer name is. But on the right hand side I have the customer ID and the customer name, and what I want to do is put the customer name into the table on the left. Now this is a perfect example of where exact should be used, because these are identifiers in both of them. In this case it's the customer ID. So this is where I would want to have it exact, which is false in the Vlookup formula. So let's go ahead and define that and take a look at that. So I'm in the customer name field. I'll start doing Vlookup. It asks me for the lookup value. It'll be this cell B3. Do a comma. I'm going to select the two data columns that I want to look at, the one I want to match and the data I want to return. I'm going to do another comma. I'm going to say which column index number. In this case, in E and F, it's the second column that I want to return, and do another column or comma. And I'm going to select false or exact match. And I'm going to close parentheses. If I did this right now, Microsoft should show up in the field here. And there it is. And then if I go down, then with all the 2s, the 3s, and the 4s should be Oracle, Google, and Apple if I did this correctly. So this right here is going to find an exact match. It has to match perfectly between the two. And if it does, it will return the right customer name. Now, if the values are the same, you actually could use approximate, but that can create some problems if you have a data mismatch in any way whatsoever. So right here, let's say that on the Apple customer data set, let's say I had accidentally typed in one extra 4. So now it's 44444. And with the exact match, it's going to return that there's an error because it's not finding an exact match. And that tells me there's something wrong with the data. I see this n/a error message right here. Let's say though, instead of doing the exact, I did an approximate match. You're going to see where approximate breaks down when it comes to identifiers. So let's go back here, and instead of picking false, I'm going to pick true and do approximate match. Because it doesn't find an exact match, Excel tries to do the best job that it can, and it looks for the last row before it couldn't find a match. So what it's going to find here is that as it was going down the list, it figured that this 4444 was somewhere in between these two rows of data in sort order, and it's going to return the previous one. So that's where the mistake comes into play. You would see this list, and if this was hundreds of rows, you wouldn't recognize that the approximate match set you off on the wrong area. So that's why it's important that when you're doing identifiers, you use the exact and not use the approximate match. When should you select the approximate option in the range lookup? Well, I actually find it works best when I'm actually using a range, such as student grade ranges or perhaps temperature ranges, or if you're doing, let's say, survey results and it's from this to this, I want to display this one. I find that approximate is a fantastic tool to use for this as opposed to other functions within Excel. However, when you do this, you'll need to make sure that the value within the Vlookup is either true or the number 1, or as I previously mentioned, if you don't define it, it will automatically select approximate. But let's take a look at an example. Let's look at the approximate value for the range lookup. So here on the left-hand side, we have a list of students and the scores that they received on a test. And what we want is for Excel to assign a letter grade for that student, so that for the first student, John, receiving a 77, we want that grade to be a C. Now, if we use the exact range lookup style, then we would have to define every single possible score and what the grade for that would be. So you'd have to create a table of about 100 different rows of data, which is very possible and it works. However, that's a very inefficient way to do that. So instead, we're going to use the approximate value and be able to define those ranges over on the right-hand side. Now, it's important when you define these ranges like this, you put them in ascending order. So you don't start with the A or the 90 at the top, you reverse it around so that the low value is first. So this is going to be that if someone scores a 0 up until the next value, which happens to be 60, they'll have an F. And then the same in the following one. If they hit a 60 all the way up as close as they can to the next one, that will be a D. In the 70s is a C, and so on. So that's how you have to define the ranges when you're using the approximate. Make sure you always sort them in ascending value based on what you're comparing. So let's build the example. So I'm going to be here in the grade column here, and I'm going to start doing a VLOOKUP. And I first have to find the lookup value, so I'm going to select the test score for John, which is cell B3, do a comma. Now I'm going to do the table array. I'm just going to select columns E and F, do another comma. Want to pick the second column index because I want the grade. I don't want the test score range number in here. And then finally, I'm going to select true as the approximate match. And then I'm going to close parentheses, and if I did this right, it should put the letter C in here for John. So perfect. Then I can just drag this down, and then we'll score appropriately for each student on here. So even though these values are not over in the table or the data set on the right, it's able to use the approximate range to select the right score for you. In recap, always decide the best option for the range lookup based on how your data is organized, and then set the range lookup value as appropriate. We hope you found this quick VLOOKUP range video useful. Please return for more videos that will improve your VLOOKUP and overall Excel knowledge, and keep learning.